Konnichiwa. Welcome to our third Science Salon. 今日3回目のサイエンスサロンになりますけれども、as you maybe already know, Science Salon is a series for Kyushu University to introduce activities and teachers at Kyushu University. Connect, Kyushu U Connect のサイエンスサロンシリーズなんですけれども、九州大学の紹介のためのシリーズになっています。なるべくバイリングルで行います。So I'll try to speak a little bit of Japanese, mostly English, but I will help also with our guest to speak bilingually. Today, our topic will be crossing borders for medical education. 今日のテーマとしては、crossing border、国際学際的なアプローチになりますけれども、それは医学教育のためのテーマです。My name is Johan Lauwereyns. I'm Johan Lauwereyns, and I'll be the host for today. And our guest today is Kuriko Kudo sensei. So thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
So I think our conversation today can be very sort of straightforward, very simply about sort of your work at Kyushu University. And so I wonder if you can sort of start a little bit with a self-introduction, but what it is you mainly do at Kyushu University.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm Kuriko from the Kyushu University Hospital, and I'm the member of International Medical Department in Kyushu University Hospital. And maybe it's better to explain about my department first.
Sure.
So International Department is a department for accelerate the international collaboration among medical professionals.
Is it okay if I sort of interrupt a little bit and
course,
sort
of
help sort of the conversation a little bit? So basically, talking about medical education, that's at Maedashi campus. So you're based at Maedashi campus, right?
Yes.
So 病院キャンパスというのはその町の中であるキャンパスでの、
そうですね。
メインポジションですかね。
はい。
Yeah.
ありがとうございます。で、my department, including the inbound or outbound of the medical professionals, I think that our activities for the minimize, decrease the medical disparities in the world. So I belong to the center called TEMDEC.
TEMDEC, okay.
In the International Medical Department, and I'm working at the TEMDEC for the vice director and the chief technical officer.
Great.
And
so TEMDEC, that's for Telemedicine.
Yes.
Organization.
Yes.
So TEMDEC belongs to the International
Medical Department.
Okay. So 日本語で言うと
はい。遠隔医療センター、TEMDECは遠隔医療センターで、それは国際医療部っていうところの中にあって、もともとはその医療の国際化を目指してるんですけれども、その中でTEMDECは遠隔の技術を使ってそのオンラインを使ったような、そういったその海外のドクター同士のコミュニケーションをするようなサポートするようなセンターです。
Great. So this you mentioned right away. It is part of it is to try to reduce sort of disparities.
Yes.
So basically, make sure that internationally speaking, maybe especially in Asia, everybody can have benefits from sort of medical expertise.
Yes.
Okay.
So, for example, there is a difference in the mortality rate of the gastric cancer in Asia.
So mortality rate for gastric cancer.
Number of deaths is very high.
日本語で何て言うんですか？
死亡率が、
そのgastric cancer。
消化器がんの死亡率が高いんですけれども、アジアの中では。でも国によってその死亡率が 高かったり低かったりするんですよね。
そういう差が結構大きいなんですか？
はい、そういう差があって、例えば日本とか韓国は結構死亡率は低くて、他のアジアの国は結構より高いんですけど、そういうのの一つの、原因として、その医師が早めに医師がというか早めにやっぱりそのがんが見つかる。でそういったその大事なので。
So maybe this big difference in mortality rate is mainly due to early diagnosis.
I cannot say mainly, but one of the reasons is diagnosis quality, diagnosis stage. So we support have the education program, international education program among the medical professionals to understand how to diagnose early gastric cancer.
Right. Yeah, that sounds really interesting. So how does that work? So you have like online meetings with doctors overseas at the same time, or こういう研究はどうやって行いますか?
Yes, the online teleconference is one of our main activity, and also we have another, for example, live demonstration, and that is doctor make the diagnosis or surgery doctor do the surgery, and library we transmit this audio and image to the another congress venue or
that's
also very famous educational program in medical field.
Right. And so how does that work? So I imagine that you need to have some good agreements with overseas institutions to do this kind of collaboration, or how does it work? So can anybody just ask, I want to know how it works, and then you teach, or?
Yeah, actually basically we need a good technical team.
Okay.
We have a 20 years history.
20 years.
20 years history.
So this telemedicine exists.
TEMDEC have the 20 years history.
Oh, so it's not just because of the pandemic. It's a long time before.
Yeah.
Great.
Before the pandemic, we started. So in the very previous years,
there was I guess there was internet already.
Yes. There was internet, but the speed was not enough.
20 years ago, that would be before Google and stuff. Or maybe Google is it? I don't know. But it's definitely very early, right?
Yes, very early. And at the time, this kind of audio-visual transmission was not very common.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and we need a network engineer and also audio-visual engineer to collaborate with the doctors, and we have very good collaboration among for this kind of connection internationally. And
I think maybe that's actually a really important point for Kyushu University.
Yes.
And so because I remember, like, to some extent, this Science Salon series is also an effort to try to show what Kyushu University is doing. So like with Vision 2030, we're always talking about sort of driving social change with integrative knowledge. And so one of the important points is exactly this, right? The collaboration.
That's I was thinking.
Yes, great. And so then even from 20 years ago, engineers and audiovisual sort of media experts had to work together with the medical doctors.
Okay. And we have keep this kind of activity a long time. Right. And after COVID-19, the information and communication technology used a lot. Right. And everyone understand the importance because the city were locked down, and students cannot come to school, and then we should use the online technology to do the variety of things, work or study or something like that. So now using technology is very, very much easy. Right. But we developed our collaboration, human network, in the many Asian international hospitals.
Yeah, I guess because you already started もう20年前からで、そういうネットワーク結構しっかりもうできてることでしょうか。
そうなんです。はい。
そこ、じゃあ、そういうネットワークという話なんですけども、海外の大学との連携か、どういう連携なんですか？医者さんとか、yeah. So who's in the network?
I see. So in the network, of course, the doctors and the medical professionals is the main actors.
Right.
And also technical support staff.
Sure.
Yes. We call the engineer and audiovisual engineer or network engineer.
Right.
And also coordinator or secretary staff.
Right.
So they are the member.
And so when you have like overseas doctors participating, is that as a part of their practice, like clinical practice, or is that as a part of their, educational programs, what they're for their students? Like what kind of?
Yeah, many of our activities were part of the educational activities.
Okay, yes.
So, for example, we organized the gastric cancer, gastric endoscopy teleconference connecting the Latin American countries.
Oh, right. So not just Asia, also Latin America.
Latin American country. And then we connected the many hospitals in Peru or Brazil or Chile or Mexico and many hospitals at the same time. And some hospital show the case of the patient, and then introduce how to they do in the medical treatment, and then they ask question or this kind of group education.
Yeah,
we had
and a conference even
even conference we have this kind of event.
Okay, that's good. So it seems to me like a very important sort of development, sort of service almost to try to help. You mentioned, early on, this is to reduce disparities. So I guess that means you're not trying to earn money or make money. This is not a commercial model.
It is, Our work is mainly no fee. We we are happy to support variety of the activities.
So if I was like a stakeholder was asking like, okay, what is the merit of TEMDEC? So then merit of TEMDEC is first priority is not making money. The first priority is helping or providing service.
Yes.
Or creating a network.
And so we the hospital doctor can ask their cases for the specialist in the remote site easily.
Great.
And then also the remote site doctor is some doctor or very have the 熱意を持って教えたいというような先生もいらっしゃるんで、そういった方たちをつなげてレベルを本当に上げていく、そこのレベルのなかなか診断が難しいようなところのレベルを上げていくような、そういうことをサポートしています。
そこ大事な話ですね。そこはやっぱりso by having this kind of format, you can share the expertise to sort of, even sort of remote areas. So it's not just about, simply speaking, developing countries or so, but it's also about, having a good reach across.
Yes. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Oh, excellent. That's good. And so TEMDEC exists 20 years, and you're the vice director of TEMDEC.
Yes.
Yeah, that's amazing. So how did you get involved with TEMDEC?
Yeah, that's really lucky for me.
Okay.
I was graduate from the design faculty.
Okay. Yes.
So
you're not a doctor.
Yeah.
You're not a medical doctor.
Much different. My previous
Okay.
specialty was design, so much different. And
Okay.
after I take
So you studied at Kyushu University?
Yes.
Kyudai.
Yes, Kyudai. Yes.
So design, that must be Ohashi campus?
Oh yes.
Okay, great.
Yeah, and I take PhD in design.
Oh wow.
And
Great.
after that, I search the job which I should enter, and I just get the email from the TEMDEC. They call for the engineer who support the international
直接来ましたか？
知り合いがちょっと転送してくれて、で、I was in the design and 私の専門は、画像とかコンピュータグラフィックスだったので、I feel it's a little bit similar. TEMDEC have the image transmission, real time.
So your PhD was in computer graphics.
Yes.
CG.
Yes.
And what kind of computer graphics?
なんだろうな、I'm the my 博士のテーマは、you know 歌舞伎?
Sure.
Traditional performing arts in Japan. And my theme is a digital archive for kabuki makeup.
Oh, wow.
So
Yes.
I measured the kabuki actors' face object
Expression.
expression and 動きと形状、とあと光反射、reflectance of the lights.
Yes.
And they create the light model for the cosmetics and the visualize in the 3D computer graphics and also modeling. So
that's amazing. Yes,
that's very interesting. But
yes.
I stopped my study. After
but it's really important because ultimately when you talk about computer graphics for sort of modeling sort of facial expressions and then you said the makeup and trying to see what is the best effect for makeup depending on light reflectors. It's very important for like good video conferencing.
Yes.
Really? Yeah, I think so. In a sense, being able to have a good sort of, I think maybe also from now on, have really good sort of virtual tools for conversation.
I see.
This is one thing I always wondered, like when I have a conversation with somebody online, sometimes I feel like I try to look in their eyes, but they're not looking back in my eyes. And then sometimes I try to sort of reorganize my screen to be able to have like direct eye contact.
Yeah, actually, in the computer graphics field, there's the research. その疑問に対するリサーチやってますね。そのカメラの位置を目の位置とかこう変えてこう目が合うようなシステムを開発するとか。
そこはやっぱり大事だと思います。自然なその会話とかできるような。
Yeah, I agree.
So you were basically really very well prepared to step into the sort of the audiovisual aspect of TEMDEC.
Yes. I really work hard when I enrolled at the TEMDEC. So almost from scratch.
I guess so. So you were in design. You went to Ohashi campus. ずっと Ohashi campus で勉強してて、研究してて、and then suddenly start working with medical doctors. どうでしたか？
Yeah, actually so hard, but it was very interesting.
There must be different kind of people. It's like going to a different country from Ohashi to Maedashi is maybe more difficult than to shift from design in Japan to design in America. Maybe it's a bigger step.
Yes, I think so. The big difference was the number of people I should collaborate for the one task.
Okay.
Actually, in the design, my task was almost depend on myself.
Just working by myself.
Yeah.
Yes.
I should organize many tasks by only myself.
Right.
I research by myself by reading the books or many things.
Right.
And after I complete something, I ask professor to check or this kind of flow was basic. But after coming to TEMDEC, first I needed to collaborate with my doctor to understand my task, and then I need to ask to another engineer in the remote site.
Yes.
First, I needed to establish the connection.
Connection with the overseas,
yes. And then I need to ask them to set up the equipment in local. To know, first I understand the local equipment. And then I send the equipment, or I ask them. So I needed to collaborate many people.
Yes, really team management then.
Yes. So that's really fun.
That's great. Yes. And so in the team management, you're working with engineers and technicians and administrators at the overseas department. And then here you're talking with the doctors. Do you feel like you got more worked into the medical field as well? So ずっとその医学的な、医療的な話でもう自分もなんかお医者さんと感じれるんですか？Do you feel like you got a little bit into the medical field?
I see. But I don't think I'm very know about the medicine, but it's the good things in working in hospital is I understand a little bit about the human body.
Right.
So that should be maybe good for living by myself living.
Yes. Okay. Great.
生きていく上では医療のことを少し知れたり、まあちょっとわからないことが困ったことがあったらちょっと相談できるドクターが近くにいて、そういうところで働けるのはいいかなというふうに年を取ることに思いますね。
Yeah, that's amazing. And so そのまたTEMDECで行う学会とか何か特別もう特徴みたいなよく集中するテーマとかはありますか
？One of my research tema is developing the training program for hospital engineer.
Right.
So in many hospital doesn't have staff for supporting this kind of online collaboration.
Yes.
But they have IT engineer, but IT engineer is usually work for the medical equipment or infrastructure, internet. So not so much focus about this kind of collaboration. So but we have needs. We have sometimes request for training, providing training program, and we are providing this kind of training program, inbound, and almost inbound. So
inbound, that means for international students coming to Kyudai, or what do you mean by inbound?
Yeah, international engineer coming to Kyushu University Hospital, and we work with them and support many online conference, and then that they understand how to support this kind of activity. And then that they support this activity in their hospital.
Great.
Yeah. So それのことのそのmy research tema, one of my research tema is developing the evaluation criteria for this kind of training program. Or now I'm trying to create the e-learning training program.
Great. Yes.
For the international telemedicine conferences.
So you're basically also an educator. Like you're designing the education, materials and tools.
Yes.
For
yes.
That's amazing. That's great. So do you sometimes go overseas to
Yes.
Work with
Yes.
people locally? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And so in terms of region or so like this international collaboration, are there some that are more important or stronger collaborations or projects that you're really working on? So 今のそのプロジェクトとか特に今集中してる国とか地域はありますか？
そうですね。We have some project with Mongolia.
Okay. Yes, great.
So this year, in the last year, we have the many doctors and engineers from the Mongolia, and also we send the doctors and engineers to the Mongolia. Yeah.
Great, that's excellent. Yes. Maybe a slightly different question, but I wondered, like for telemedicine, if you consider sort of the whole sort of medical services within Japan, do you see that doctors are using sort of telemedicine?
Actually, it's not expanded very well.
Okay.
Still in advance in Japan.
Okay. So maybe that's another growth area in the future.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah.
Great. Yes. I want to talk a little bit more about sort of this connection between design and medicine. And so that seems to me like your unique profile.
Yeah.
Right? Yes. And so in that sense, I think maybe with design and medicine, or maybe using IT and other techniques, do you think you can actually improve medicine? So 今までの話は基本的に教育の話でしたと思います。あと教育となんていうかそのknowledge sharing、その共有の話でしたけれども、多分デザインと、ICT 使いながらもっと研究までとか、新しい医学とか。
はい。Yeah, I totally agree the idea, and actually I working in TEMDEC, and I found many times medicine needs the power of design.
Right. Yes.
And also in America, the Kaiser Permanente, which have the many hospital collaborating the design company and improve the variety of the medical program, creating the many things.
Yes.
So this kind of collaboration was reported, but still in the educational field, it's limited for this collaboration, I think, because there's not many university have the both two faculties.
Right.
Medicine and design. And luckily, Kyushu University have one of the very rare university have these two fields. So I started the educational program collaborating design and medicine.
Yeah, I think it's very promising. So like just accidentally, I'm recently sort of also helping train students to sort of pitch a project for the Holt Prize. And so Holt Prize, Holt, so HULT, Holt Prize というなんですけども、so that is a prize for social innovation.
Oh, I see.
So social innovation, and so if you look in past, like which kinds of social innovations, won that prize. So this prize is very famous. It's like it's called the sort of Nobel Prize for students in social innovation, and they I think this combination of design and medicine is actually often a good way to bring sort of medical services to people. So maybe like creating apps or more sort of patient or user-friendly kind of ways to check their health or find information
Yes.
or get services.
Wow.
そこは maybe
すごいよくご存知
Kudo
です。
先生 will be the leader in this kind of innovation と思います。
I hope so.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Do you have like an example of something that you feel was a really good kind of
Yes.
way?
Yes. Yeah. I'm collaborating the variety of field. I have the 3-year program so
Okay.
far, and collaborating oral surgery, the general surgery, neurology, pediatric surgery, and the nurses. And for example, the oral surgery, doctor worry about the taking care of very newborn patient.
Okay.
And after they need to make surgery. And
So
also
for
after,
like when you say oral surgery for newborn babies is like the hair lip kind of thing.
Yeah, cleft and lip palate.
Right. Yes.
And then
日本でなんて言うんですか？
口唇口外裂っていうらしいんですけど、まあそれでその手術をした後に小さな子供からこうずっとこう小さい時からこう大きくなるまで継続的なフォローアップが必要なんですけど、まあそういった時にその子供をこう見るためのこう椅子とかがですね全部大人用で、It's not created for they are very small patients. Yeah, so they sometimes worry about how to.
I think it is so important.
Yeah.
そう考えるとやっぱりその医者さん、medical role, medical service really has a social component. It's really, helping people.
Yes.
そのためにはやっぱりそういう、人間的な観点、すごく大事で、そこはやっぱりデザインに入ってくるんですね。
そうですね。
そこをどうやってうまく、その活動とか、交流とか、デザインする。
そうですね。で、スチューデントは、ハンモックのようなサポートのプロダクトを作って、まあそれは今もう授業が終わってもその後も研究として進んでるんですけど、まあそういったものができたりとか、あとまあニューロロジーの神経の難病の患者さんがやっぱりそのリハビリというか腕の動かせるそのまあ領域がこう狭かったりとかして、まあ日常生活の支障をきたしているところを、まあどんな課題があるのかをまあそのインタビューをするだけじゃなくて、まあデザインシンキングっていうメソッドがあるので、まあそういったメソッドを使いながら、まあたくさん課題をこう出して、そこからアイデアを作っていくっていうようなこととか、
そのデザイン思考の観点とかっていうのはやっぱりその場でその動きとか測りながらとか全部考えるとか、
まあそのインタビューベースが私たちは多いんですけど、まあ患者さんに話を聞きながら質問しながら、まあ気づいたことをこう付箋に書いていって、まあそれをみんなで後で共有すると、まあ自分一人がこう一人一人が見つけたものもこう同じものもいっぱいあるんですけど違った観点もいっぱい出てきて。
I see. Yeah. So basically, it's about doing in-depth interviews with the medical doctors, trying to understand the issues, and then looking at it with multiple people, and then so that everybody notices different things, and then basically bringing these different perspectives together in a design.
Yes.
That's really good. That's really team-based.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
That's great. Yes. So I think that's a perfect example for Vision 2030. So because I think in some sense for Kyushu University, the telemedicine and sort of the medical sort of strengths are extremely important.
Yes.
But also in terms of DX sort of digital transformation.
Yes.
そこの関連もありますか、その点での方から、それとも。
DX については、まあ今のところはまだまあメンバーとしては関わっているんですけど、はい。
Yeah, so I heard that you're a member of all these different organizations, right?
Yes.
So yes, because of this. So 今の話で、that's DX はまた違うんですね。So I have here something called未来社会デザイン統括本部。So in English, that's the integrated initiative for designing future society.
Yeah.
And you're a member of that.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there is the Kyushu University Institute for Asian and Oceanian Studies. There's the Asia Oceania Kenkyu Kyoiku Kiko.
Yes.
And you're a member of that.
Yes.
And then there's the Shakai Renkei Suishin Shitsu. That's the Office for Promoting Cooperation with Society.
Yes.
And you're a member of that. So basically, everybody wants to work with you. So they put you in all the committees. So how can I imagine, what do you actually do for these organizations? Like, what is your input?
Yeah, I have different tasks among the different team. For example, the Asia Oceania Kiko is I'm relating the both of my telemedicine and also medicine and design, because the Asia Oceania Kiko is focusing on the international study and research.
Yes, so it's basically trying to get networks for collaboration, for research and education.
Yes.
And of course, TEMDEC may have been the flagship, the first place that really started building such online networks at Kyushu University. So they have the know-how.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes perfect
sense.
And
also the Asia Oceania Kiko is focusing the multidisciplinary research and education activity. And one of my research for the developing the educational program in collaborating medicine and design is the one of the topic of the QAOS.
Yes.
And the Shakai Renkei Suishin Shitsu is the Center for Science Communication.
Okay, yes, right.
So I'm the member of the do the research activity, and we are analyzing the for example, we have the survey for the all Kyushu University professors.
Right.
Good. And then understand the how much they are interested in this kind of activity or how they're active. I'm working for the research activity. Yeah.
That's brilliant. Yeah. That's great. So if you look at all these different activities, so what does your daily life look like? So what is your work routine? Do you have? So I wonder, it seems to me like you're doing many things, but are you actually also teaching and supervising students and things like that?
I see. I'm belong to the hospital.
Right.
So now almost all the time I'm in the hospital.
So basically, most of the time you're at Maedashi.
Maedashi, yes. And I'm not the medical faculty, so. Right. Yeah, actually, I don't have actual class, but I needed to manage the telemedicine center. Right. So I am collaborating with around 10 staff in our TEMDEC center. And also I go to the Ohashi campus once a week for my educational program, collaborating design.
Okay. Oh, excellent.
Yeah. And at the time, I'm working for my research work for collaborating this kind of another institution or research myself.
Oh, great. So what is your Vision 2030? So what do you want to do 5 or 10 years from now?
Now it's 10 years later.
Yes.
I see. So I'd like to work for 2 projects in big.
Right.
So one is telemedicine and another is medicine and design.
Right.
And in the telemedicine, I'd like to do work for the more variety of subspecialties and work for many institutions. And I hope keep updated our technology.
Yes.
For example, virtual reality or
Yeah.
3D computer.
Yeah, no, I think it's really great because
Yes.
you already mentioned from the beginning, like TEMDEC
Yes.
is doing both the conferencing, but also even the demonstrations.
Yes,
So
yes.
like you maybe, augmented reality, virtual reality,
Yes.
get into more sort of,
Yes.
evolving
So-
really sort of cutting edge
Yes.
medicine through telemedicine.
Yes.
So
I-
telemedicine is really itself already also, creating new systems. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good.
So that's my one
Your
dream.
goal,
And
right?
another is the medicine and design educational program.
Yeah.
I'd like to, of course, keep this activity and collaborate a variety of medical subspecialties and create a good research output.
Right.
And luckily, from the next year, this class can be held in the medical faculty.
Great.
So
Yes.
now, next year, we can collaborate with medical students as well. So that's really amazing for us, and I'm very looking forward to see the new chemistry.
Yeah, great.
chemistry change.
Absolutely. Yes.
化学変化
Yes. Yeah.
for
Great.
the diverse members.
Yeah, absolutely. So then, maybe that's where new medical innovations will
Yes.
come out as well.
Yes.
Sort of really design new
Yes.
medicine.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Hi.
So I think with that, you have the sort of really very comprehensive overview of what do you do at Kyushu University. I think it's really amazing,
Yeah.
and I think you're sort of really sort of the poster woman for the integration really of disciplines
Yes.
at Kyushu University. So I want to say
Yes.
thank you very much for
Yeah,
joining
thank
us
you very
today.
much.
So,
Yeah.
ありがとうございます. And I think I want to sort of round up and sort of basically sort of reiterate that our Science Salon series is always sort of aiming to introduce both really very interesting researchers and teachers and educators and collaborators at Kyushu University, but also introducing the activities that we're doing at Kyushu University. So today we talked about different centers and TEMDEC as a main one. And in future, we'll have more conversations. I think our next Science Salon hopefully will put a spotlight on something completely different, not medicine, but Eisner and sort of carbon neutral energy projects. So I hope we will continue evolving the Science Salon series, have people join us, and have our guests explaining the fascinating things they do. So, once again, thank you very much. ありがとうございます。Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yes, great. Yes, we did.